Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So, we have today the sneak peek for next week update, October 2nd. So, this update's kind of important, at the same time it looks to be somewhat small, because we only have one big thing, and that is Valance, the new hero. So, we've heard a little bit about her from the last information we've got, and also we've seen her in game for a very long time. We have found out now that she is a mechanic and that she is physical. We have a lot more information because we have her behind the scenes, behind the development blog post, which we'll be going through in a minute. And in the patch note we'll also get the story dungeon, which, interesting point, very important, so you guys know, is that we will be getting her for free after clearing her story. So that's very important, that's very interesting, because she is an NPC. But she looks absolutely incredible. I absolutely love her. I've been waiting for her for a long time. Ever since we saw her, I absolutely fell in love with the design. Her, the scientific, techno magic, all of this kind of stuff is amazing. The colors look really nice. The artwork is stellar, as it is from the King's Raid team. Artwork is always nice. It's always top tier. There's not much more to say really. It looks amazing. This is a 5-star design, as we will see in a moment. But yeah, it looks sick. It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. We'll see how she plays. There is one important note that we'll go to in the behind the scenes before we even start, just so you guys know, so you have a quick rundown of it, is down here in her gameplay, in her combat. So in this section we have a very important line here that says we are currently designing her as an all-rounder support type of hero. So we know she's basically a support. She should be universal, which means both magic mains like myself and physical mains will be able to use her and benefit from her. So that's a great. I've been hoping for that. I didn't want a physical DPS because she wouldn't do much for my team and for my Luna, but thankfully she's a support, so that's amazing. So this behind the scenes has a lot of interesting information. We'll go through some of it. We'll go through some of the details. Some of the more important ones have a bit of a story. If you guys want to read that, you guys can read into it. But some of the key stuff is we have some of her artwork. We see this is the 4-star costume. This is the costume we're used to seeing in most of her things up to now. But we are getting a new costume, which they designed, which is the 5-star costume, which is this one, which is the one we see in the artwork. Now, yeah, they've, I think it looks amazing. It's does have that sort of scientific, science lab coat kind of style. We've got the white in there, you've got the purple. It looks really nice. Now, her unique weapon is somewhat interesting. As you can see here from the artwork, we've got the 4-star one, which is the one we've already seen. It's the basic, it's very simple, very just fancy looking almost. But then her 5-star weapon is a lot more futuristic, a lot more techno magic, as they actually said themselves. But the unique weapon is kind of cool. It's white and pink, which I didn't expect, considering everything about her is purple. But it does look really nice in my opinion. It looks, the white and the pink mixes really nicely, and I think it's gonna look really good on her. Yeah, we see, as they say here, the intensity, it increases. You can see how it goes from a sort of a simple curve to a more, jointed and more pointy design, and, even crazier and unique weapon. So it's a very cool design. Personally, I think it looks really nice. They use the pink colors to highlight the upgrades, and I think it works really nicely. Now, we've already seen the illustration. We saw the illustration earlier. We saw how they designed it, and it looks really nice. We can see the finished one here, which I showed earlier. I think they did a great work on the illustration as well. But we do see a little sneak peek of her model, right? Her model is pretty nice. It's, as most King's Raid model, not super high detailed, super high quality, but it has a lot of her details in there. You've got all the little, the arm bits, the back, and the sides, all the little equipment on her, the goggles as well. The colors look pretty nice. It's all in all a decent model. Again, Kingsraid models are nothing to write home about, but we'll see with Kingsraid 2 how they upgrade the models, and it looks really nice though. So that's a good, it's a good stuff, good start. Now, this is important, something really cool we see is actually both her S1 and her S3. So this first one is her skill 1. We can see it going over a single. Hey guys, okay, Editor Pixels here. So I was about to talk about how this could be an enemy debuff, but looking at the direction is actually looking, this is most likely a party buff, something on probably your highest DPS, something that will probably give you some non-hero, some boss damage, some attack, crit damage, who knows. Looks very interesting. It looks like it stays for, well, it cuts off early. We don't really see, I believe, how it disappears. So I believe the gift gets cut. We don't know exactly how long it would last. 1, 2, 3. We know it lasts at least about 3 seconds, maybe. So it should last a bit longer, but we shall see. But yeah, the effects look really nice. You can see the sort of the techno magic, this whole design, whole gimmick. Was same with her workshop. Looks pretty good. I like it. It looks kind of cool. Now her S3 is a little interesting because if we can see over here, she creates all of these like duplicate holographic weapons, and they all shoot lasers. Now, what do the lasers do? Do they just do damage? We shall see. We have a lot of supports that can also dish out a good amount of damage. So, she might be kind of a hybrid support who ends up still being top of the DPS charts while just providing all of its stuff. So we'll see, maybe this does other stuff like increasing, damage the enemy takes, etc. We've got Annie S3 who does a similar thing, dealing a bunch of little lasers, and yeah, it still amps and everything. So who knows? Might be somewhat similar to that. Her effect, animation in itself, we can see how she opens the arms and then points. Looks very nice, quite fluid. Same with her S1. It's it's just really elegant. Kind of fits in nicely. I think it looks really, really well. So those are 2 skills we've seen. Again, we don't know exactly what they do. They didn't really give much information on this, but we did actually get both her her requiring and her transcendence videos, which are very cool because we see a side of her that we haven't seen before. We see this version, which I hope to God is a costume at some point, or like is a freestyle costume or something, because this is adorable. Just like pure lab coat Valance with her little glasses, just chilling. I love this, and I want this, and I hope this is acquirable somehow. I just hope it's not the limited one. If this is the limited one for like 50k rubies, I'm going to be upset, because it's too simple of a costume to be 50k worth, but it's a very nice costume, and I hope it's acquirable. Now we see her doing her little things, all cute and like adorable. And now we see her changing into what she actually is, with Valance. There's a unique weapon, very cute. She looks very, very nice. That was a really nice, very simple animation. I loved it. Again, I want that first costume. And then we see her with the regular costume. Nice cheeky wink as well. Lovely. Lovely juggling. So, with her Transcendence, we have actually 2 little things that I think are her unique treasures, which I will mention now. So we see her things break. So, first thing, she's holding a little tablet. I don't believe this is anyone's unique treasure at the moment. So, I believe that this is probably going to be one of her unique treasures. Of course, which one, we don't know. But I do personally believe, unless I'm mistaken and this is already someone's treasure, if it is, let me know in the comments. I'll do a little bit of digging as well. But I don't believe this is anyone's. So this is probably one of her unique treasures. Nice little tablet. We can see the little purple as well, the little clocks and everything. It matches her style a lot, so I do believe it's hers. Now, we see her fixing things. Nice success, good stuff. And over here, we see another thing. We see this. Now, again, this is probably going to be another one of the unique treasures. You know, you got the pink, again, her unique weapon is pink, and white and the gold, so it's probably hers. Again, I'm not exactly sure, but I don't recall seeing it anywhere else. Apart from that, you know, smug Valance is amazing. I absolutely love it. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for her to be released. I can't wait. So, yeah, she's intelligent, she's cynical, she's very, very cool. I like it a lot. Now, we're going to go back to this combat section, because this is kind of interesting. There's some key bits in here that I'm not quite sure what to make of them just yet. So, as I mentioned earlier, she's an all-rounder support type of hero. Now, that's great. That's great. She grants positive effects on allies, so, you know, we're probably guessing either attack, crit damage, attack speed, penetration buffs, or non-hero boss damage, which is the most likely because it's what's broken nowadays. But, and she also inflicts negative enemy effects, so, you know, the usual probably amp, maybe attack down for TM raids, because, yeah, TM raids hit quite hard, especially in, like, Galgoria and stuff. So I'm expecting probably some attack down, stuff of the sort. Now that's all fine and dandy, that's all, you know, the usual. But this is what's interesting. She'll be able to imbue useful effect on Technomagic Raid. Okay, so from this I'm guessing probably, you know, increases damage to specific raids. But to the Technomagic raids, probably takes more damage. The party takes less damage, something similar to Yan's UT4 working against dragons. That's what I would imagine. We don't know, of course, this is all just speculation and theory, but I imagine something of the sort. Now, the interesting part is this. She'll imbue useful effects on Technomagic gear. Huh. What could that be? I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do with this, because this could either be insanely broken, insanely pay to win, or insanely useless. Because I don't know what they could do, really. If they buff the actual, like, effects of the additional skills, would be pretty insane, because everyone's just going to be able to do more damage, have more CDR, etc. So that might actually mix things up. Maybe make you have to rethink your gearing, which could be interesting. Apart from that, maybe increase the line values or the enchant values. That would be, again, would just be a stat stick, nothing crazy, but could be kind of interesting. The main worry is, what if it's like, I don't know, like another whole system? That would be kind of annoying, wouldn't be great, but we really don't know what they mean with this. Because again, this is in combat, this is in game, this isn't like her passive or anything where she just discounts on gear or something of the sort. This sounds like something she should affect in game, in battle. So it's probably going to be something of the sort of, yeah, like I said, I expect probably like something stupid like additional skill increase. So like you go from 25% damage at 95% HP to like, I don't know, 35-40% damage, or, you know, other stuff like that. Like the 3% CDR for the party goes up to 5% CDR per tick, or the 315 3% damage every 12 seconds, I think, for 15 stacks, or other way around, goes up to 5% damage per stack. Who knows? You know, all of these little things could and would add up to a lot, especially with the CDR. If it takes a boost, that could be kind of insane, because, you know, CDR is already broken, and if we just increase it even more, that's going to make her pretty much a must-use in every content until TM is useless. But the point, once TM is useless, that's probably going to be quite a while, because TM seems very strong and very versatile. So until we get a brand new end game gear, Valance is probably going to be meta. But yeah, we'll basically just have to see, because there's no way to know what they mean with this. It's a very interesting detail that they've added, but I don't know what to expect from it. I really don't. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Part 4, we have a new hero, a new character, not a hero, sorry. Correction. We have a new hero, which has been teased in the app icon, has been teased in some of the artwork on Twitter, which is, as they call her here, as Azeta. Azeta? Azeta? I guess Azeta, probably. So Azeta is actually a friend. The information from Rose will also be passed on to Azeta, which is a new character. So, yeah, we'll find out more in the hero dungeon, in the story dungeon, but we have a new hero character who probably will, eventually, one day become a hero. She looks pretty cool. Looks like from the Empire, from the same place, possibly as well from, might show up in King's Raid 2, since everyone seems to be from the Empire, the new heroes as well. She looks very interesting. We don't have much information about her, just that she's a little bit different in her way of thinking to Valance, but we'll see. But that's basically it from Valance. She's very interesting. I'm very excited for her. I'm just very excited. It's gonna be interesting. It's very interesting. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's finally time to drop Oddie and Annie probably from TM raids. Mechanical slot was always kind of awkward, just fitting in Annie, just because physical teams were kind of forced to use Oddie unless you had a physical DPS. So it's gonna be cool to have a more universal support to actually fill that slot. Apart from that, we'll see how she actually performs in endgame content such as Apocalypsean raid, and we'll also see how quite how she'll do in world bosses and guild conquest. I suspect her to be quite strong, just from how much love they've put into all the information we've got for her. So I do suspect good things. We'll just see how good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. These patch notes, I'm very excited personally. I absolutely love Valance. So yeah, I'll be A220ing her 5-star UT. Can't 5-star her unique weapon, I don't think, day 1, but I'll get it close. I'll work on it. I'll be working on that. But I definitely am ready for her. I definitely am excited. And yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys are. Let me know what you guys think about what we know so far about her, what we're gonna find out. But yeah, just 1 week left, a couple more days, and we actually get her. We get to play with her, mess around with her. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super, super exciting. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little rundown. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.